Yeah, good evening, all. It's the old redneck again. It's now day 18, I believe, in our self-isolation chamber, whatever it's supposed to be. Yeah, we're out here in sunny California. Wait a minute. It's about 50 degrees and getting colder. It's cold in California for this time of year. At least, maybe because I'm drinking cold beer. I don't know. So we've made it to the weekend. They've increased the length of time that we're going to be isolated. And if anybody's ever wondering why people don't trust politicians or get confused at what they say, what did I do there? I don't know. Grease? Must be. Remember when this thing all started? You know, they were bitching about people wearing masks and gloves and just cut myself. All that kind of stuff. Oh, you don't need to wear this. You don't need to wear that. Da 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 da. Well, we just got to notice today that if we go outside, our illustrious county government and city government, for all their wisdom, now want everybody to cover their face. Use a bandana, make a face mask, whatever. Cover it. They do this now after all the supplies of respirators and dust masks are sold. Makes a lot of sense. Myself, I'm not going to do it. I can see this now. You go in to make a transaction at a bank. You've got a bandana across your face. First thing you ever think is a stick-up. You know? Maybe I've watched too many westerns. I don't know. Sometimes I don't think the right hand knows what the left hand's doing with this shit. Really don't. And you turn on the news, you get 8 different opinions on what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do. Everybody's got a so-called expert that knows more about this than God himself. Now they don't want you focusing on where this thing came from. They want you all concerned about it. But then we got Pelosi and her crowd. Oh, they're going to start another investigation into the coronavirus and how Trump handled it. You know, another committee. Oh, joy. As if we haven't wasted enough money. Just also wants to roll back the tax that the rich had gotten on all their earnings and all that stuff back to years back when they were making all that money. And they got all these feel-good projects they want to put in the next stimulus bill. In other words, it's going to line their pockets. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Whether you be Republican or you be Democrat, when you're elected to the office, it is not to get rich. It is not to be a lifetime gig. You are there to serve the people. You remember us, those little bitty people that voted you in because they listened to your line of bullshit and thought you were the best one out there? This damn change in weather is really screwing with me. You're supposed to work for them. For us, the people. instead of coming up with every little friggin' thing you can think of to benefit your corporate sponsors who got their name tattooed on your backside. And that goes for both parties, Republican and Democrat. For once, in this time of crisis of this country, if it's a crisis, as much as you have your news people saying it is, get your head out of your friggin' ass and start helping with the situation instead of hindering it. The last thing we need right now is another goddamn investigation for possible impeachment hearings. Remember those? Or let's see, was it the Russian collusion thing? Well, that was a good one too. How much money have you politicians wasted on investigations that have gone nowhere and not did what you wanted them to do? How about putting some of that money toward fixing this problem? When you have Americans dying, you have people around the world dying. And to quote Miss Pelosi, people are dying while we are fiddling. That didn't come out right. People are dying, as in D-Y-I-N-G, as the politicians are all fiddling and dancing a jig. I also read another case. The paper did, it kind of made me pissed off. A guy had medical coverage, or gal, family, and they went into the emergency room because he was showing the symptoms of having this coronavirus. So he wanted to get tested for it. You know, they told him, come on in, we'll test you for it and all that, blah, blah, blah. So he did. He turned out non-positive, as a negative having it. He just had the flu. Well and good. Then came the bill. Yes, they had told him testing for the coronavirus was free. And it was. But the emergency room wasn't. And that cost him close to $75,000. Huh. Makes sense. Oh, come in. You can't see a doctor right now, but come on in the emergency room. We'll test you. Test is free. Don't worry about it. Kind of like the time I went to Kaiser. Go get my eyes checked. I go into the optometry department. I'm all set to I reach for my wallet to make my copay. Oh, sir, you don't have to worry about it. This is preventive health. It's not going to cost you anything. Oh, cool. All right. So I put my wallet away. Went and had my eyes tested. Saw the optometrist. He tested my eyes. Gave me my prescription. 2 weeks later, I get a $50 bill. A bill for $50 from Kaiser. Because I saw a specialist. Now, if that ain't a case of the right hand not knowing what the left hand's doing, I don't know what is. You know, this is the worst epidemic, according to everything I hear, that the country's ever seen. And you got politicians that are playing their political games. What's in it for them? World Health Organization and CDC don't seem to know don't even seem to communicate very well as to who's doing what. Or if they don't, they're not telling anybody, or I'm not catching it, one of the two. Could be me being stupid. But instead of taking care of business, everybody's just bound, determined that they're going to find a way to blame it on Trump, use it to get him out of office. Is he doing the right thing? We don't know. None of us do. I can honestly say I think the man's trying the best he can. I really do. How would you or I act in that office? You have to think about that. Oh, the other thing, going back to the mask thing. Now, they're all telling us now we got to wear face coverings when we go out of the house. Well, according to everything I see, any face covering you got is going to be contaminated within 2 hours. That means you got to change them. Okay, so now, let's see, we've had a run on toilet paper. We've had a run on paper towels. Oh, now we're going to have a run on bandanas. Or people are going to hold up the fabric shops to get cloth and sewing machines. I don't know. Weird time we're all living in. Very weird times. And it's coming up on a weekend, and people are already starting to ignore the lockdown. You know, we'll see what it brings. We'll see what it brings. For now, I just want to wish everybody good evening. Remember the military people serving overseas. They're standing the wall for us so we can be as stupid as we want to be. I want you to remember all the vets that are here and the ones coming home. Give them a hand up, not a handout. Don't believe everything you see both on the internet or on the television screen. Remember, everybody has their own agenda. Everybody has their own thoughts. Myself included. I like to try to think I use common sense on most of the things. But I've come to the conclusion my idea of common sense and others are not the same thing. So, all we can do is get along best we can. We can start doing that by showing respect for each other. Treat others as you want to be treated. Take a minute and think before you speak. You know, maybe what I'm saying is we all need to learn a little courtesy. Remember to check on your neighbors, your elderlies in the area. Whether you know them or not, knock on their door. Make sure they're okay. See if there's something you can do for them. Whether it be dragging the garbage can out to the curb for pickup or something. Let them know they're not alone. You know, say hello to your neighbors. Get to know them. Make sure you keep 6 feet apart. But you can always talk to somebody 6 feet apart. Hey, by the way, my name is nice to meet you. We've lived here that long and haven't even talked to each other. Strange. But I just don't know. If this video seems a little disjointed, I've got a lot of things on my mind. Kind of putting it in file cabinets, trying to figure out where I want to go with it, what I want to do with it. But say a prayer for the first responders, police, fire, EMTs, emergency room staff, hospital workers, but most of all, the clerks in the stores, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, neighborhood mom and pop stores. They got no idea what's walking through the door. All that. Do the best you can. Be as safe as you can. And I just want to wish you all a good night. Now, hopefully, sometime this weekend, you'll see a video of me giving myself a haircut or having my lovely wife do it. Because it's about to drive me nuts. Too damn long. But y'all have a good evening. This is the old redneck. If you have a complaint, put it below. You want to send me an email, bitch me out, new topic, whatever. It's redneckrebel1956@gmail.com. I'll answer it. If I use it, you'll get credit. But for now, good night all.